on a woman to see what makes them tick. Join me, Beulah Mapitse, as we examine the different components that make up this modern woman. Her physical needs, her dietary requirements, her emotional and intellectual journey. Each week we'll also be joined by an expert in design or fashion who will also get an opportunity to showcase their talents. Least but not last, this is Breakfast with Beulah. We will be served a delectable meal by resident chef Naomi from Do It Best Catering Services. In a little bit, I will introduce the show for the morning. Our guest for the morning, her name is Showreel. Welcome back to Breakfast with Beulah. My guest this morning is Showreel, a marketing maven, a serial entrepreneur, and a resilient businesswoman. Lesedi, good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much, Beulah.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Lesedi, I've referred to you as a marketing maven, a businesswoman, and an entrepreneur. In your own words, who are you?
Oh, very flattering, Miss B. But thank you very much. I believe different things to different people.
Mm-hmm.
I am a mother, I'm a friend, I am a daughter, I am an entrepreneur as already stated, and I'm a loving to my loving partner.
I like that. Lesedi, being a lover, being an entrepreneur, it means you've experienced a lot. And the old adage goes, every woman needs to work twice as hard as a man to succeed in her field. What is your experience with that?
Beulah, although there is a lot of truth in that,
Mm-hmm.
I have a different perspective to it.
Yeah.
I believe that being raised among boys, I have been equipped to be adequate. I have been taught to cook by my mother. My father has taught me to change spares on a car. I've been taught to change bulbs.
Yeah.
So I have a very different perspective to it. I think at the end of the day, each one of us must work twice as hard to get to where they want. You must work twice as hard to be successful, to be educated, to really enjoy the journey of life.
Mm-hmm.
And really, it's about being you.
Yeah.
And we should understand that we are enough.
So the culture of working hard is innate,
Mm-hmm.
and in any case, anybody needs to work hard.
Absolutely.
So now, I have a question. I'm wondering, you've branched out in a lot of businesses. You have had your successes, you've had your failures. What is it, that voice, what's the voice in your head saying to you? When you recognize that, okay, this is not gonna go the way I want it to go.
I think the first thing to recognize is, as an entrepreneur, when you go into the world of business,
Yeah.
you stand more chances of failing than succeeding.
Are you serious?
I promise you. I promise you. And even as you read, the most successful people have had the worst of falls, the worst of failures. But you have to stand up and work yourself out of it.
Yeah.
And what I find is it's important to mourn. It is. Because it also allows you to deal with your emotions.
Yeah.
And to recognize that you still are who you are. But what I would say is I've learned to embrace failure, because in the process there are a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
And that is what you should hold on to. So those voices are there, and they will tell you, and as you're going into a screeching halt, you're like, I can see it's gonna fail.
Yeah.
But you want to put your best foot forward, which is what life is about.
Yeah.
And we have to just trust in the process and understand that if all else fails, there's always the opportunity to regroup, introspect, and start
How do
afresh.
you regroup? How do you introspect? What are the things that you do to dust yourself off?
Like I said, there are a lot of lessons. You have to, when you're introspecting, you're firstly asking yourself the question, what could I have done right?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it the right time? Was it the right product for this market? There are
Yes.
a lot of questions that you go through, and as you allow yourself to go through that process,
That mourning process that you're talking about, that you spoke
and that
about.
learning process,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the important thing is to appreciate that there are lessons in it. You
Yeah.
can't just be successful all the time.
Yeah.
If you're happy all the time, then you don't get to appreciate what it feels like not being happy.
Yeah.
And as in the world of business,
absolutely,
it's just the same.
absolutely. Wow, that is interesting. The fact that you do need to go through your low points to really appreciate the high points.
True.
So, with all that experience, with all the resilience in you, what is your legacy? What do you want to see Lesedi Rakhudu? What's the big footprint that you want to leave on this earth as Lesedi Rakhudu?
I think being successful and working hard is almost a given. Because I know I work very hard at things that I'm very passionate and focused on.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I'd love to leave is humility. You know, I want to be known for a person who's caring, a person who is loving, a person who has been able to help other people help themselves. I think that's the biggest takeaway from life.
Wonderful. Thank you for coming on the show, Breakfast with Beulah. From my perspective, what I can take away from our conversation today, I believe that what resonates with me is the fact that success usually is born out of having failed at some point, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there you have it. Our guest for today was Lesedi Rakhudu, a marketing maven, a serial entrepreneur, a lover, a mother. Join us next week when we interview another heavyweight in their own right who will also give us their viewpoint of success. I would also want to give a big thank you to Naomi for that beautifully made egg muffin.
Very delicious.
Delicious, right?
Very delicious.
I mean, I believe that I'm definitely going to try that recipe at home, and I hope you will give it a go as well. Least but not last, my last words, be kind, because kindness does not cost anything. And that's it. See you next week. Goodbye.